Okay, so let's kind of shift gears here. So we know the 8 things that we need to do before we create content. What I want to do is give you the 6 C's needed for video success. Now, these 6 C's I can't cover in the allotted time that we have. We're going to focus in on the first one, which is content. At the end of the day, when I work with people, all the other things like connection, consistency, community, call to action, collaboration, we can literally pull that and fix that with anyone. But what I can't do is help them really improve their content. It's either they're willing to look at the formulas and kind of go from there. But this is where 99.9% of the people have an issue with their content strategy. Is their content just purely sucks. Okay, so we don't want your content to suck. So what we're going to do is give you the video creation formula. Now, this is a specific formula that I've created for you guys in this community because I was able to chat with so many different people over the last couple of years. And we don't want your content to suck anymore. So what we're going to do is give you some parameters that you need to look in. And if you're able to do these things and you're able to analyze and adjust, then you're able to put out some pretty amazing content. So the first area right here is the hook. The hook is the first 3 to 5 seconds of the video. Now, what I want you to understand, the hook is key on Facebook, it's key on YouTube, it's key on Instagram, it's key on other platforms. And why it's key is because you literally have with sound on YouTube or sound off on Facebook or sound on or off on Instagram, depending on how they're swiping, is you literally have 3 to 5 seconds to grab their attention. But ultimately, you really need to understand that processing images is done in milliseconds. And so if you can't grab their attention in that amount of time, then people are going to move on. And so there is a little tolerance level that most viewers have, and it's about 3 to 5 seconds. So that being said, you got to be able to suck them into your video. What's the hook? Now, it might be a moment that's in your video a little bit later, but most of you are actually doing informational videos and you're engaging with your communities, you're doing live streams. So what you got to do is hook them in a way that they would be interested. So if you are, basically writing making a video about a specific topic, then in that hook, it could be as simple as, hey, in this video, we're going to talk about this topic. Well, okay, I want to learn. I want to know. I mean, that's how simple the hook can be, and it can get a little bit more complex when you actually know and understand what's going to resonate with your audience to really, really suck them into it, okay? So the hook is key. That's that 3 to 5 seconds. If you try to go any longer than that, let's say it's like 10 to 12 seconds, you literally will start losing traffic. You have to get it in that first 3 to 5 seconds. It's really, really important that you pull them in, because if they're hooked in that first 3 to 5 seconds, they will watch for about 32 seconds. You literally have 32 seconds after that hook that they'll watch. If they disengage, then that's when it totally starts to do the hockey stick effect, where it just drops down and then it just goes down to almost no one watching it. So the hook is key, and let's go ahead and do the next one. So the intro and the setup. So you're grabbing their attention with the hook, then you give your intro and setup what the video's actually about. You're giving an intro what the video's about, and you're setting it up of what they're going to actually learn. This right here, you literally have 30 seconds, because remember what I told you, if you had someone that was hooked into your content, how long do they last for on a video? 32 seconds. So if we're able to do the setup at that time, that they can kind of have an overview of what's going to actually happen in the video, then they're more likely to finish to the end of the video. So that right there is the key to get someone sucked into your content. Now, at this time, I'm here to tell you, if you can get them past this point of intro and setup, they will now do an extra 60 seconds with you. So you'll actually have them total 1 minute, 32 seconds, if you can get them past this point. So knowing where people are dropping, if you're looking in analytics and noticing people are dropping off, then your intro and your setup is wrong. You need to start testing it out. You need to start looking at this, and you need to find a way that you can engage with them to really pull them into your messaging. And it might be a topic that they don't care about. And they were just giving you the benefit of the doubt. But by the time that you set it up or you did the intro, it was not necessarily the content that they were looking for. So the more that you can get it there, the better it will be. So let's go ahead and do the branding. Now, this is an optional thing. You do not have to do this. I personally like to do this, and I'm going to tell you why I like to do this, is because anywhere I went, I was actually at your event a year ago, and I come out to get ready on stage, and somebody in the audience goes, DarrellEves.com. And that's how simple it is. It's literally 3 seconds and of my branding that I have in my training videos. And sometimes, I'm telling you, it doesn't matter where I go, it's DarrellEves.com. And what are they thinking? When they see me, they're thinking of my branding, my website. That is super, super powerful. So doing it more than 7 seconds is outright insanity, okay? Keep it as close as you can. I like to do mine right 3 to 4 seconds max, but some of you would definitely have some things that you need to adjust to do that. I've seen a few of your videos, and some of them are like 20 seconds. Well, you're losing people after that. You know, they don't care how beautiful your branding intro is. You need to just basically keep it very simple. But I do love this. This is something that I do. And if you go on to GoPro or Red Bull, you will literally see their branding intro. GoPro is really good that they catch it in, they'll slap it on with the GoPro logo, and then it's like, hey, user submitted, customer submitted video. And that branding element is real, and it's something to engage. Okay. All right. So we are now jumping into the re-engage. So after you do the branding intro, you have your hook, your intro and setup, and you have your branding intro. You definitely need to re-engage them. So you've got enough time. You need to be able to give a little bit more information than what you did for the setup. So if you're saying, hey, I'm going to teach you 5 things in this video, you do your branding. You do your branding little intro, then you come back in, you re-engage them. Well, guys, now we're going to jump right in and talk about those 5 things that we're talking about in this video, and you're able to re-engage them. But what I like to do is even take it a step further, where you're able to do a re-engagement of content. So if you're building an audience or you're building community, I like to. I know I have a little bit of give room that I can do a little self-promotion. So like on my YouTube channel as of late, because we've been testing and it's working so well, it says, hey, this video is all about YouTube. We talk about everything YouTube. We talk about, strategies. We talk about tactics, how to get more money, how to, get more subscribers, but ultimately making you more successful. So hit that subscribe button and the bell notification so you don't miss out. So literally it's like 8 seconds, but that's a way to re-engage with your community on a deeper level. And that's something that you can do. Now, I like to let them know. So like, let's say we're talking about the 5 things that you're going to learn in this video. I say, oh, okay, guys, now you know that we have videos coming out every week, and this video is talking about the 5 things that you need to know about this specific topic. That's a way to re-engage, but also to engage them on your community, which is a very, very big deal. And once you re-engage them in that 20 to 45 seconds, if you've done it right up to this point, they pretty much will finish the video. Depending on the length of the video, they'll pretty much finish the video because there's some buildup. And if you don't give them your master tip first, then, it's like, oh, I'm going to give you the basic tip. Well, no. You save that for the end, and they'll actually watch it to that specific point. So the next is the content. So in this example, those would be the 5 elements that you're teaching them on that specific topic, or you can go a little bit more specific. What I found is a lot of people like to ramble. A lot of people are not prepared. I would literally write down the elements that you want to cover, and make sure that you're using this formula, because then that way you're not deviating out. Or if you do, you can actually edit it down. I found on Facebook, I have videos that I put up for 45 minutes, and then I make the same video and I break it down into 4 minutes. The 4-minute one, using this formula, that 4-minute one performs hands down 10 times better than the one with 45 minutes. Even though the people want to there are people out there that want to engage specifically with that longer content. But where the issue is right here, where people are taking way too much time explaining the content instead of really giving them what people are learning and wanting to learn in that time. Now, on this call, it's a little bit different because you guys know that these webinars have been training for an hour, so you're pre-programmed to say, hey, I want this information. So that's one form of understanding your medium. But if we were looking to get cold viewers or viewers that just didn't have a lot of time, then we would want to make sure that our content is short enough to engage with them on that specific level. Okay, the next one is right here. Oh, I just went too far. Let me go back one. Content wrap. So you need to be able to wrap up your points for your content. This content wrap is generally super short. I like to re-engage with them a little bit. Say, okay, these are the 5 elements. Is there one that I'm missing? Go ahead and put it in the comments. Something very, very small. It's not anything that you need to put a lot of attention, because at this endpoint, people are now knowing that you're pretty much done. So you need to get to the engaged viewer part as quickly as you can. That gives you a few more seconds because they are literally typing comments in to engage with you and the video. And that's what you're trying to do, is get them, if you're posing a question or you're engaging with them in a way that they need to post a question or, tag someone in, whatever it may be, to a specific post. That is amazing. And then lastly, you need to have that verbal CTA that is a call to action. If you just have something coming up says, hey, subscribe or like us on Facebook, that does not cut it. It does not cut it, because people need to be told what to do, not visually, but you need to verbally say, this is what you need to do. And that is the key. And the end is the close, whether it's a catchphrase or something you say every time. Like in one of my channels, I have it said, like, this channel is all about helping you be more successful and go out and have a successful day. I mean, that's basically it. That's my close, just very short. And that is pretty much the video creation formula.